Hello and welcome back to City Skylines with myself, Hollow. Thank you for rejoining me today. This new expansion is pretty much finished. In fact, I believe it is. It is absolutely bustling and busy. I love these little roads that we have going on. The entry road right here, it works like a charm. We have the opposite one over here working perfectly. Then we have the one for the leaving over here. Looks great. No traffic really. And another one over here which looks great. No traffic really. I am absolutely so proud of this plateau town that we have right here. It works, it looks cool, it's on this nice spot where you can overhang and see everything else at once. Even see the highway down here in the valley. It looks awesome. Visually it's really cool, and we have a lot of our monuments here, like the space elevator, a lot of the special buildings, the unique buildings like the expo center, like the observatory. I really like it. I've had a lot of funny comments recently about, like, you know, how dumb it is that you have to do certain things to achieve these monuments, to achieve these special buildings. But someone left a really interesting comment that these buildings came at a price. Sure, it didn't all happen as quick as we did it just now, but the reason a tax office existed, and the reason, you know, like a council house existed is because law wasn't really a thing and crime was rampant, and they had to make a council type building to run the place better, to deal with the crime. It makes sense. That's how the buildings were originally created. It was obviously over a lot longer period of time, like we said, but I don't know. I think it's a really interesting thought, and that guy, he left a really interesting comment. Alright, so right now, while I'm just gaining some money, why don't we just check our tabs and see how we're doing? On electricity, we are just barely in the green. What we're going to go ahead and do is go to our budget, slightly increase it during the day to 75%, which will cost us a pretty penny, but for now, it's worth it. Okay, so that's good. Next up, we have water. We have sewage treatment and water availability quite low right now. If we go ahead and... oh, you know what? They're on maximum. Well, they're on 100%. They're not on maximum. We could definitely make that a little bit better by probably putting down yet another sewage treatment plant. Why don't we? We've put plenty down. We can have another one. It's kind of crazy now how many we've got going on here. Let's have a quick look at this tab. Okay, how are we going to fit this here? Are we going to fit this here? You know what we're going to have to do is change this road up a little bit. What we're going to need to do is make this road a little bit further out. There we go. And then we should be able to fit it. Yep. Does work now. Of course, this does leave us worried about these things yet again. So what we'll do is we'll place one here. And then we'll take the ones that are currently existing and just move them as far up and away as possible. And then we'll take that pipe, we'll just extend it, connect these all up. There we go. So now water availability and sewage treatment should go up. Yep, they're in the green again. Good. We're not going too deep into it, we're not going too overboard, but it is there, it's sorted. Okay, next on garbage, incineration status is pretty low. We could do with yet another incineration plant. I'm thinking about where to put it. We could just put it on this road that we designed for incineration plants. Like so. Oh, you've actually got bad crime rate. Now, we were working on another monument to do with crime. I believe we lowered the budget on all of our police stations, and in fact, we might have got rid of them all. I think we actually... yeah, we pretty much did. There's one there we can get... oh, no, we put them back. Someone left a comment saying, you know what you could do? You could just turn them off. So that's a good idea. Alright, what I'm going to do now is quickly do a quick save before we go overboard with fucking our town over. We want to be able to go back to a time where it worked. But yeah, apparently it isn't a bug, it isn't an exploit, what we were talking about before, which is doing something that results in you unlocking a monument and completely fucking over your city, then going back to the save that you did before you fucked over the city, and then being able to put the building down despite that, despite not ever doing it. What you actually need to do to unlock these buildings, these special monuments, is reach these goals, and you only need to reach them once ever. Once you've reached them at one point, you never have to reach them again. I think that's a good system, because it's kind of crazy having to do what you have to do to unlock a lot of these. Still trying to work on the filled out cemetery We need a lot more industrial zone, apparently, which is entirely possible for me to do. It would just be a bit expensive. And we do have a graveyard right here. How full is it? It is 60 out of 3,000. It's really not good enough. We might have to get rid of a lot of crematoriums. In fact, you know what we can do? We can click on this, and then we go to the crematoriums, and we're going to look for all our crematoriums, and we're going to just turn them off. Just going to turn them off for a little bit, especially in that town. And what that's going to do is start filling up this cemetery a little bit faster. Oh my god, look at all this crime rate. Alright, what was it that we were actually trying to get? Oh! Holy shit! The Hadron Collider. We can just play... Oh, it's because we didn't have money. We can place it. But why were we doing the crime rate thing? I'm trying to remember what building requires the really high crime rate. Let's see if we can spot it. I was looking at it, and you know what? The crime thing, it really shouldn't be a... It shouldn't be a thing. I think we're done now. We reached it last time. We actually got what we needed to. So I can actually go to this tab and I guess I can start putting down some police stations again, which would be very nice. Finally deal with this problem. Okay, so they're having a bit of an issue down here. We'll give them one there. They're all okay up here. Alright, good. That should be okay. Crime rate should be a little bit better. We're actually going to put one down here nonetheless. Just in case. Just to fill that out. There we go. So, we do have enough money now, or just shy enough money, to build the Hadron Collider. The Hadron Collider is a place of science. Various research takes place in the facility, and it offers education to its citizens. A city with a Hadron Collider does not need to worry about education. The facility provides it for all citizens. Wow! So the Hadron Collider actually has a really valid and important use. As soon as you place it, you can go ahead and just get rid of every university, every school, whether high school or primary school. You get rid of them all. Does the Hadron Collider have something similar? People near and far travel to see this. This means a huge influx of tourists. Alright, so that's just to basically do tourism. And then this one just basically completely removes the need for education. So what we can do is we can get rid of this university actually, and then place the Hadron Collider there maybe. Yeah, that works a charm. Just replace that. Look at that. It was very expensive. I did drop down to almost no money there, but I am gaining money, so it's not that big of a deal. List all these lovely improvements and upgrades. The more valuable this town. This town is so valuable. Like, living here must be so expensive on this hill. Holy shit. We are finally seeing some need for expansion again. But we are, like, around 73,000 population, so we don't really need to expand too much. So, again, that means I can completely remove all of my education. But I feel like that's a bad thing to do, because won't they have to travel, like, forever to get to it? Well, the indicator will be that everywhere is close enough. Everywhere is in the blue/green. So if I go ahead and just, like, get rid of this... Is anyone upset by that? No. If I get rid of this, is anyone upset by that? Well, these are in the blue, but they're not learning here at these buildings, are they? It's a commercial building. They don't need the education. Am I doing something wrong by getting rid of all of these? Okay, we'll see a difference here. Yeah, not a single person is sad by that, and they're still upgrading. It works. The Hadron Collider, as soon as you put it down, you no longer need any other education buildings. That's so interesting. Let's keep pruning and getting rid of all of them, because obviously it'll save us a lot of money not needing to have any of these existing. I think I may have pruned them all now. Yeah, everywhere is in the blue. Every residential zone is fully educated. Apart from this building right here. Let's just get rid of it. Let's just kill it. Remove them. Die. If you're not going to be educated, you get out of here, alright? I'm going to prune them. That's right. Get out of here. Alright, good. That's so cool, man. And that's actually saved us a lot of money. We're actually getting, wow, 60,000 a tick right now. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, well, we could do with, like, replacing the things that we destroyed there. You know, as we got rid of those, you know, places, what actually has happened is we've got like a small gap where it once was that isn't zoned up. So it'd be nice to zone that up. Like here, for example. Yeah, alright, good, good. Another one there. I don't mind putting down the office buildings, because we actually do need the office buildings right now, funnily enough. There we go. We're just absolutely filling in all of these gaps that were made by these buildings being removed. I'm not really worrying about making them too, like, spot on or anything like that, but it has lowered the demand nicely, you know, where we sort of really needed it, actually. So that's great. It's really good. So we don't need to worry about expanding too much right now. I'm thinking today, if we could reach, like, a nice goal, what else have we got? We have just built the Hadron Collider, which is wonderful, but we still have the medical center, which requires the plaza. Then we have the fusion power plant, which requires the plaza of the dead. And we have the Eden project, which requires the business park. So if we have a quick look at what we got to get. We don't need that yet, but I'm sure we do need it. Which means we still need to place 4 buildings, which I don't think we have room for, which can be very hard, actually. 300 service buildings, so I guess that's, you know, all services like firehouses and police departments and education, all that type of stuff. Public transport as well, you know, that'll be hopefully possible to do, but that's a lot of buildings to place, another 100. Then we need unemployment rate at 50%. I have no idea how to reach that one. Honestly, I have no idea. How are we going to do that? Wouldn't we need to completely... Oh, you know what? We'd have to get rid of all offices, so there's just nowhere to work. You know, that wouldn't be that hard to do. We would completely fuck over the town, right? But it'd be very temporary. Then we do need the business park. God, we need a massive amount of commercial. Alright, let's try and get those 2 in one go. We're going to try and get these 2 in one go. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a big expansion somewhere and just fill it with, like, empty space and get rid of, yeah, get rid of all industry. Alright, so we'll quickly save before we do this terrible thing. We'll save again, right? Then we're going to buy a new expansion and we're just going to get it. Oh, we can't. We can't actually do that. Wow, okay. Shit, where are we going to fit this? Alright, we'll worry about first things first, right? So... First things first, we're going to go ahead and get rid of all jobs. All jobs must go. So, we're just going to completely get rid of every last bit that we can of industry. Whether that's, you know, your base industry or office spaces. Basically, you know, places where people go to work. I want them to have nowhere to work. I want everyone to be unemployed, and then once we reach that point we can place one of these things and be good to go. So this is terrible. Like, it is so... I know we just talked about it, but it's still so weird to me that you have to just completely destroy and fuck over your towns and your beautiful constructions to unlock these buildings. And it's clever, isn't it, that they make us do this, because we work so hard to build this beautiful city and this functional city. You know, you work hours and hours and hours on it, and then they go, okay, to finish it off, to have the perfect city, what we need you to do is completely destroy it in different varying fucked up ways. And that's why I think it's genius. I think it's genius. Alright, we're just going to finish this off. Alright, how are we doing on unemployment? Obviously, electricity grid's going to see some issues right here. Okay, so we jumped up 10% there, but that was just one town. Let's just keep it going as much as possible. Just keep it going and keep cleaning out every last bit here. And like, this is why, you know, I say beforehand before I do this, so I don't need to fill this in ever again. You know, I'll just jump back to before I did this once it's unlocked, and thank God that's a system that is in place. You know, I should probably also get rid of commercial. I mean, people are obviously working in commercial as well. I'll try and target them as well. I'm not really worried about, like, completely removing every last pixel of, you know, the office buildings and the commercial buildings, and that's why I'm just moving in circles, and I'm just trying to take out the buildings. If there's 1 square or 2 squares left over, they can't physically build a building on that, so I don't need to worry about it. As long as I just take out the building in the swoop motion, you know, that's what's important here. Okay, I've completely destroyed the fucking hell out of these towns, man. Like, completely and utterly just got rid of them. It actually took a lot longer than I expected it to. Like, this has to be over 50% now. I'm hemorrhaging money. Okay, I have to maintain it for 5 weeks. So I actually already reached it for a full week and I was still just going at it. So I just have to let them stew in it for 5 weeks. And again, that's another genius idea. Part of it is like, you have to destroy your town. Do something super fucked up that's painful to do to the creation. This thing that you spent so long working on. You need to completely fuck it up, mate, right? And then you need to sit there and stew in it for 5 fucking weeks. So messed up. Alright, we should be coming up to the point where we've been here for 5 weeks. Very, very close now, I can see. Because it was on 4, pretty much just before I started recording. There it is, oppression office. Put it down, it exists. Quickly, is there anything else I can do while I'm here? I guess I could go for the 300 service buildings. So, what I'll just do is I'll make, like, the world's most filled out police station town. Look how happy they are about this. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. This is how you unlock your awesome buildings, man. It's so dumb, but so genius. Okay, I can't afford to keep doing that. How many have we got? Don't tell me we've not got enough. 240, I need 60 more. Can I take like a quick loan, please? Thank you. Alright, let's keep going, boys. Is there anything cheaper I can place? Okay, I no longer have enough money to keep doing this. And I have 30 buildings to go. Isn't that ridiculous, man? Couldn't quite reach it. Alright, we're back in time. And now we should be able to place the stupid building. The oppression office. I guess I'll put it over here where we don't really have much going on. Yeah, right in this sort of section. Should be fine. There we go. The oppression office now exists. Let's actually have a look at it. We didn't look at it last time. Oh, it brings in tourists as well. I didn't know that. But it looks very cool. It looks very British, actually. Very, English type of building. I like it. A large office building. Alright, well, there it is. What else do you need from me? Alright, next up on the list of fucked up things to do. Average citizen health under 20%. So we're going to go ahead and just turn off every single health-related thing. Whether it's the medical center or the hospital. We're going to go ahead and just go turn them off. In fact, turning them off is more of a pain than just destroying them. So it's just going to be more efficient for me to just destroy them. Someone left a comment, I think I already spoke about it, that, you know, you can just turn them off. You don't need to destroy them. If I wanted to keep them, sure, but, like, I'm going to revert back to before this ever happened. So it's not that big of a deal for me to just go around and quite literally just destroy them all. And it is strangely satisfying. Because all of my civilians are going to die. I might be able to actually get 2 in 1 here. Because they won't have enough health-related things, not education. Won't have anything health-related to save them. And then hopefully this cemetery up here will actually get filled up. Due to the severe lack of health that is in this town. I also got rid of all the crematoriums. Just to see if that would help fill these cemeteries up. I think it probably will. Alright, let's have a quick look. Is it unlocked? It should be, really. Average citizen health under 20%. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's 49%. I mean, it's probably dropping, right? It's probably dropping. Alright, I'm starting to see some actual noticeable change in the citizen health. It was on 49% for absolutely ages, and then I was excited when it finally went down to 48, and now it is actually quite rapidly dropping. We've seen it drop from 46, 45 to 44. Can we see 43 here? There it is, 43. So it is dropping. It's quite slow, though. It's quite slow. I was looking at all of the other things I could try and achieve. I do actually have more cemeteries than I thought I had. So this one is actually getting towards nearly filled now. Just shy 2,000 filled dead bodies in here. We need one more cemetery to be completely filled to achieve another goal. So this works, you know, twofold really. If I'm able to fill this cemetery up at the same time as also achieving this goal where, you know, overall health is under 20%, then I get two birds with one stone type of deal, which would be wonderful. Now, if we have a quick glance at everything else, we have the industry zone one. This is the one we're working towards. Still on 44%. Are you kidding me? Health is going up right now. It just went to 40. It's going up. How is that possible? How is that possible? Whatever. And we have the cemetery one. We've got all of those. Got all of those. We have to get the business park, which is going to be really hard. 20,000 square of commercial zone. That one's going to be really hard. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. I think we just have to save up money and then plant a bunch. Also, yeah, that's really hard. We're so close now. We are very close to sort of achieving everything we've sort of worked towards. But I don't know that we're going to be able to do it because I feel like we just have to sit here and wait for a long time. And you know what? Even with the towns completely, absolutely devastated by the sheer lack of medical care and any medical attention, and with the population just absolutely dropping like hell, I'm wondering, is this what counts as under 20% health? And this doesn't? Because if they're dead, if the people who are there, the people who live there are dead, do they not count as someone with low health? Because they're just fucking dead? Maybe that's why my health sort of level is going up, despite me doing everything in my power to make it go down. 43%. That's going down way too slow. And it's going up again. You see what I mean? Maybe when everyone just dies, it just goes back up. I'm not sure how to do this one, guys, and I think it's time I revert back. So, we're back to square one here with that one. I really don't know how to achieve that. Alright, you guys, if you have any ideas on how I'm going to go ahead and get those special buildings like the plaza and all that, what would be the strategy? What would be the plan of action to get those things? Because I really thought, hey, let's just get rid of all healthcare. Awesome, sorted. But as soon as they die, they're no longer considered sick. So how the hell do you get under 20% health and keep them alive? They'll just die eventually. I guess my only guess would be like, you put down one hospital for each town and you have it on like really low budget. So it is servicing people, but it's really not doing it good enough. Maybe that would just keep people barely alive long enough, but I'm really not sure. Also, quick question. Have I actually reached the maximum amount here? Now, I know that I've reached that, right? I know that I've done everything really here. But how is it I'm going to expand again? Can I not expand? Is this the maximum expanding I can do? Let's look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It could be that you only get 9. You only get 9 tiles. I always thought it was 12. To give me, you know, a little bit more space to work with. But maybe it is that. Maybe that is the biggest. We've reached the maximum sort of capacity we're ever going to reach. And I'm happy with that. We've reached 74,000 population. Maybe it's time now we focus on ending the series. Yeah, I think we might have to do that. Give me your ideas on how to reach these achievements and unlock these monuments. I'll see if I can save up a bit of money so we can get it all done. Like when I couldn't quite reach the service buildings one. I think I could probably maybe scratch it if I just like... Yeah, you know what I could do to get that one? I could just like put all the taxes ridiculously high, store a lot of money, and then just put a fuck ton down and then reach it. That would be possible. But I'm not sure that's going to allow us to actually build anything. We've still got more things to build. Either way, let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your ideas. And the next episode probably will be the last City Skylines episode. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode, and I hope to see you at the next one.